And that's it, just a case of sorting the cables out now. And let's turn it off. Today I'm installing the Aetika under cabinet lighting system, LED lighting system. It's replacing an existing LED under cabinet lighting system that I've got that I just don't find very bright at all. Some of the benefits of this, well, one, it's supposed to be brighter, that's why I'm doing it. The others are held up magnetically and they keep falling down. I'm not too sure how these are held up, but we'll have a look at it. And also you've got remote or waving control to turn it on and off and dim it as well. I'm going to switch on the existing LEDs now. It may appear that they're bright, but that's only because the camera compensating. They really aren't bright. So let's switch them on and see. That's on, off, on, off, on. You can see actually to the right hand side, those lights are from spotlight LEDs. Right, so let's get it open, see what's inside it. Okay, so let's have a look what's in the pack. So you've got your 3 lights, and there's they feel substantial, and obviously you've got your one with your on, off and dimmer on there. You've got your adapter, your mains adapter, European and UK. In fact, let's just pop this in now. So that will go on there and then just click into place. So we're all ready to go there. And you get a number of extensions. I'll just tell you the size on those in a moment. And this is your fixing kit. So if we have a look at this, we can get in it. Look nice and easy to fit. So you get your screws to screw into the cabinet underneath. And then they screw in under there like so, and what happens then is your light itself, it clips in, and that's how it's held up. So if you want to take them out or adjust them, you can do. Just take them off. Right, okay, so the lengths are 2 lengths at 18 inches and 2 lengths at 36 inches, so 1.5 feet and 3 feet. First things first is we'll go underneath and get rid of the old one, which is plugged in at the corner there. So take all of these out. The power point's all plugged in now. This is the first connector, so everything's in line. So you connect this one and then use the extension cables from there to connect the next one and so on and so forth. So that's nice and easy. Let's pop this in, see how bright it is. And the way you do that is you literally just put your hand over it like that and put it over it to turn it off. And to dim it, once it's over, I think you keep your hand there and you can see it dimming. And if you put your hand back over and keep it there, you can see it brighten. So let's get them installed. I've laid them out with the spacing that I want, which is basically 2 on this side and 1 underneath that cupboard. And they're roughly equidistant, but that should be now where I'm going to install them underneath. Right, these are going to be extremely easy to fit. I don't need to mark off underneath or anything to make sure that these are in line, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a clip or 2 clips on each light. I'm going to hold them up underneath the cupboard and just mark on either side. When you remove the clips to screw them on, you just marry them up with the lines underneath and then screw up, and that's it. So simple. When I'm screwing them up, I'm actually going to put the clips relatively close together so that if I want to do, I can adjust the positioning of the light to exactly the right space. Okay, so let's do the first one. Got a marker, get the light, hold it up roughly in the center, and then just mark on either side of the metal bracket. And that's just going to give us a guide later. Like that. So we take that down now. There we go. So that and that is where we're going to fix the bracket. If I just bring another one up, you'll see it. just sit it between those 2 points and then screw it up. Put it roughly to the point where you want it to be, which is there, and then use a knife or something similar just to make a hole, just so that the screw is going to go in easier. Take it off and do the next one. Put the screw in like so, screwdriver, and where you've made the pilot hole, you simply put the screw in and hopefully, there we go, so that's fixed, and just repeat that process. Right, so there we go, both brackets in. Get the right light, so this is the one, it's got the on, off and dimmer there. The power is going to be coming in this way, so just make sure you've got it lined up right, and then it's literally a case of just clipping it in, and that's it. And do that with the other two. So now from the plug we've got the first connector, and all we're going to do is pop that into the end, and I'll do the cable tidying later. So that literally goes in there and close it. Then we get the next one, and for this one we only need the 18-inch one, we don't need anything bigger. So that goes into the end of the first one, push it home, and then the other end goes into the second one, push that home. For the next one, this has got power going to it, we need to get it over to this one that's at a right angle, so we're going to use the longer cable there. I think let's just see if we can do it with a shorter one. Actually, yeah, so 18-inch again, so again into the end of the one that's got the power. I can see it, that just pushes home there. The other one into this end, and I can see it because I'm a bit blinded there. There we go. Right, that's it. Now we should be able to turn them on and see. Okay, so we should see a big difference here, and on and dim it. You see it dimming, remove it, back again, and there it goes to full brightness. And that's it, just a case of sorting the cables out now. And let's turn it off. And now we've just got this to throw away. If you've got anything like this, or if you're considering getting anything like this, the only thing I'd say is the power supply is absolutely terrible. It stops working. I've had to use one that I had lying around the house for something else, a variable power supply. So don't get anything like that. That's my advice to you. There we go, that's it. Absolutely perfect. Just what I wanted, nice and bright. Couple of heads up though, the screws are terrible quality. They round really easily, so I've used some cabinet screws that I've got left over from the kitchen from years ago. And the other thing is, so this is actually switched from a light switch, but when you turn it off and turn it back on again, it doesn't come on at the last setting. So every time you've got to come along and turn it off or turn it on. So those are the only two heads up, but really good. Bought from Costco, very, very easy to fit, nice and bright, can't go wrong.